Welcome back to Me and My Shadow. Today, it's all about the maintenance. Today we're going to change out the air filter and change the oil on my Honda Shadow 750 American Classic Edition. And by the way, it's a 2003. Stay tuned. Now, I've had some requests for this video, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of go through it step by step, especially if you're a new owner of a motorcycle, especially the Honda Shadow 750. Is going to be specific to the Ace American Classic Edition, but a lot of the Shadows are going to be similar in quite a few ways. Sorry guys, I'm filming this on my phone today and I apologize for that. I'm having some audio issues with my camera gear, so you know, Mr. Professional. First thing I decided I'm going to tackle today is the air filter, because changing the oil and stuff is going to get really messy. But guys, you're going to save yourself a ton of money if you do these maintenance stuff yourself. Plus, it's going to help you start to build confidence on working on your own bike. And working on your own bike, I strongly recommend as much as you possibly can where you're comfortable. Reason being is that it's just going to get you more familiar with how the bike actually operates and runs. And it's going to give you the confidence if you have something happen to the motorcycle that you can tackle later. So let's take a look. So looking at the motorcycle, and this would be if I'm riding it, you know, rider on view, it would be on the right hand side, and your air filter is going to be right down in here. I happen to have this is a 4mm, and there's just these bolts that go all the way along here. I'm going to go ahead and take that out and expose that and show you guys what it looks like. And it's been quite a while on the air filter, so it might be scary. We'll find out. And we're just going to undo these like so. Alright, so we've got these screws removed. Let's go ahead, and all you do once you get the screws removed is this cover will come right off of here, just like that. And what I like to do is take any of my bolts so I don't lose them and put them in there. And there sits the oil filter, or the air filter, excuse me. So we're going to go ahead and pull this off, just like so. And this probably doesn't make out on camera, but it's pretty dirty. It's been a minute since I've changed this, so it's probably a good thing I did. Now I went on Partzilla and ordered a stock OEM air filter for the bike. So if you guys do have an Ace, there is the part number if you want to freeze frame it that it came with. And I did get this from Partzilla. Cost was about 15 bucks. I just didn't want to go with any other kind of air filter for it than what they come with OEM. Now when we get to the oil filter, that's going to be a little bit of a different story, and I'll explain all that why. Let's go ahead and change out this air filter while I got this open. Be right back. So again guys, this is the OEM air filter, and to replace it, it's real simple. Like I said, all you do is place it right, I hope it can make it out good on the camera, place it right back in there like so, and then put your cover back on. Pretty easy. Alright guys, just like that, we have the air filter changed. That was the easy part. Now let's talk about oil. Make sure when you're getting oil that you get it, especially for the Honda Shadow 750 American Classic Edition or any Shadow, that you're getting motorcycle 4-stroke oil, and it says excellent wet clutch protection. Mine takes 10W40, and it's going to take about 2.5 quarts, and I'll show you how to do that. But guys, make sure that you don't use regular motor oil. Make sure you get the right motor oil. This motor oil is designed for wet clutches and motorcycles. If you use a regular motor oil, I can't guarantee your clutch, guys. You're going to destroy it. On the oil filter itself, I recommend K&N. They're good quality, and they have this. Instead of having to use an oil filter wrench, which I'll show you because the oil filter that I have on now does not have this top knot on it where you can just use a wrench to turn it off. K&N is a good product, and it's highly recommended by me. And lots of other people. If you watch other maintenance videos and things like that, you're going to see that the K&N oil filters are going to be one of your better choices. And because the oil filter that I have on now does not have that nifty built-in bolt, I have to use this, which is a oil filter wrench. Not my favorite choice to use, but in this case I'll use this one this time, and then in the future I'm going to strictly use K&N oil filters that have that little nut, and it'll be much easier. Alright, let's get to draining oil. Alright, so underneath your motorcycle here you can see this is the oil filter right here, and I'll try to get the camera to angle to it, but right here is your drain plug. That, my friends, is going to take a 17 millimeter socket. So we'll go ahead and set this up. I'll try to set it up the best way I can to show you guys, well, the best way I can to show you guys draining it. Basically, you loosen it, you put a oil pan underneath, and you drain it. This is a weird angle. Yeah. Welcome to part 2, maintenance interrupted. So this beautiful bike has a problem. The drain plug bolt on this is rounded. So say what you want about taking your bike to dealerships to have work done. In this case, I didn't round the drain plug bolt. The dealership did, and I'm not real happy about it. A couple months back I had my chain replaced, and I took it to the dealership to have that done, just because I didn't want to mess with it. I don't have a lift, and it's kind of a pain to do it one person, to take the wheel off and change everything out. So to have the chain redone on the motorcycle, I went and had the maintenance work done at the dealership. And while it was in there, I said, yeah, go ahead and change the oil in it. And I didn't look at it since they changed the oil. Now, they did put a new oil filter on, which is fine. And they did change the oil, which is fine. And my oil level's not bad. However, they must have put that drain plug back on with an impact wrench or something, because it's rounded and I can't get it back off. Now, on the Honda Shadow Ace, 750 Ace, the drain plug is kind of in a precarious spot. Let me try to show you, well, where it's at. So looking at the bike from the shifter side, there's my shifter right there, foot peg right here. Down underneath here, and I'll try to give you guys a good shot of it, is the drain plug bolt. And as you can see right there, do you see how that's rounded and twisted? It's hard to get a wrench on it, and they put it on so tight, which you should never do. You should never torque it as tight as it is. Now, it's not leaking or anything like that. I ran it last night to make sure that there was no leaks dripping or anything like that. And I also put a paper towel underneath it, let it sit all night just to see if there's any dripping, which there isn't. However, I cannot get it off. Now, it's difficult enough to get to it, actually. You have to use like a stubby, either box end wrench or a stubby or short wrench itself, because of the fact that I don't have much clearance between the ground and I don't have a lift to put it up on. So I went to the store and got this. So I went up and I bought a ratcheting wrench. It's 17 millimeter, which is the size that it takes to fit that drain plug bolt, and tried to put that on, thinking that with all the points of contact on the wrench itself that would work, and it did fit on there just fine. However, they have it torqued down so tight I can't get it off. Now, my wife was teasing me and said, what, are you just too old and weak to get that bolt off? You've gotten it off before. And I said, yeah, well, that was before I had the dealership actually do the work on the bike. So say what you will, guys. I mean, leave a comment and let me know. I would love to hear suggestions if you guys have an idea on getting it off, or I'm going to end up having to take it back to the dealership and explain to them, hey, guess what? The work you guys did, not working so well. So maintenance interrupted. I was going to shoot an entire video showing you guys how to drain the oil and change out the oil filter and all that stuff, which I still will do, but I have to work today, so happy Father's Day to me. The bike still runs just fine, and it's not leaking any oil. I decided to stop last night before I got myself into more trouble and really messed up the bolt worse than it already was. So if you guys have any suggestions on that, that would be great. I am mechanical, but I'm not a mechanic, so it makes it kind of difficult. So part 3 of maintenance will be coming, I promise, and more ride videos to come. I apologize. This video was actually supposed to be quite different than it turned out. So I hope everybody has a good day. Any suggestions about getting that rounded bolt off would be greatly appreciated. If there's a tool I'm missing, something I need to get that off of there, be greatly appreciated. And I guess this is a lesson sometimes about letting other people do work on your motorcycle. There's no way that bolt should have been torqued down as tight as it is on there. It's not stripped. The bolt's in there straight, but it's on there way too tight, and all I'm doing is rounding it. So suggestions would be helpful, and that's all I got for today. I hope everybody has a happy Father's Day and gets out there and gets a chance to ride. I'm on my way to go to work, so everybody have a good day, and thanks for watching the channel. If you like the video, for whatever it's worth, if you like the video, feel free to subscribe to the channel, share the video out, and we'll see you again real soon. Guys, ride safe.